3 for the Game is Hard Dota 2 League. We got Shadowforge Gaming versus Planet Hype. Standard bans coming out. I'm guessing we're going to see a Bloodseeker banned out as well. But we got Leth Shrek and Gyrocopter. Might see a Techies ban after that last game. As Planet Hype trying to consider what they want it for themselves again. As they were victorious in their last efforts.
5 seconds.
Okay, they ban out the Queen of Pain.
Dire's ban.
Another amazing mid laner. Has somebody's changed their name to Tamerlane the Great. Oh, snap. With the ban of Tusk, you let Undying in, and Undying immediately picked up by Planet Hype. They love their high-impact supports, as we've seen. And let's see who they decide to counter this Undying, which there isn't too many counters for him. Might see another PL, but you don't want to lead off with it. So maybe just get your own counter support. That's amazing as well. As they do, the Earthshaker.
Dire's pick.
Which they did some serious work with. Ambrochan had an amazingly good game on this Earthshaker just last game on him. So, and with that, you kind of dodge out the PL, and these zombies might be turning against their master with that Echo Slam. There could be a ton of zombies. Echo Slam, boom, everybody dies. So, but what do you get to go with the Shaker? Are they going to pick up the Wyvern again? I mean, an amazing support, but they weren't able to do much with it last time. So maybe go for something a little more solid, a little something they're more familiar with. Maybe a setup stun. Maybe the Shadow Demon.
Reserve time.
Throw in the this Eruption, then you... Okay, Dazzle. Even better. The Shallow Grave. Okay, so with the Dazzle, you can almost expect to see a Shadow Fiend these days, because the synergy of, you know, the Shadow Fiend always able to get his ult off is insane. So to reply to this Dazzle, we might see the Zipper, the backline killer of the... Okay, nope. They go for the next support. So both sides picking up their supports first. Undying, Keeper of the Light. Keeper of the Light really, really good at controlling the lanes, and Undying really good at early game. So they might be looking to take this early to mid game, as they've banned out
10 seconds to go.
Other mid game
5 seconds.
heroes. So we got Undying, Keeper of the Light. So they've... see what they get to go with it.
Reserve time.
They ban out the Bloodseeker, as I knew somebody would. No one likes playing against that guy right now. It's insane how much ban he is. So Shadowforge looking to ban out. They don't have to waste a ban on a PL or a Brood because they have the Earthshaker, and with Dazzle, you know, you probably don't have to worry about banning out a Legion Commander who would never win any duels. So no worries there. But we'll see what they get to go with this Undying Keeper combo. Okay, they ban out the Witch Doctor, one of the more annoying supports. But so they're expecting this Undying to be a core Undying. So they ban out that, which, you know what? As someone who's personally had a lot of grief from Witch Doctors and not being able to find them once they glimmer, and that insane Aghanim's ult, I can really agree with this ban. Actually, the last two bans, probably the two of the characters I hate fighting up against most. Alright, so... PL, they don't want to see him again. He actually caused them a little bit of trouble and helped the helped secure the hold in that last fight, that whole last game actually. So probably won't be banning out the Tinker. Shadowforge, I'm probably not too keen to pick him up again. He did really well, but he just wasn't enough. They need something a little heavier, a little harder. So we'll see if they. Hey, you know what? Shadow Fiend has not been banned out, so they might consider taking him. Let's see what they'll ban out. There's lots, so much. There's almost every single hero. Okay, they ban out the Lion, another high impact support. So, wow, they really are convinced that this Undying is not a support. I mean, unless they imagine it's a core farm and coddle. Actually, not. It's a terrifying thing to see. Because done right, he can just overtake a whole game. Although with the Keeper of the Light, I don't know if the ban on the coddle was necessarily what they needed. I don't think Shadowforge was leaning that way, as the Dazzle's really a single target kind of protector, and then the Earthshaker, you know, he's good at saving people. So maybe we didn't see that. Two defensive supports though. Well, I guess Earthshaker can be very, 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 very exceedingly aggressive. So I'll take that one back. So Coddle and Undying, just hang. Let's see, what do you get to go against Coddle and Undying? Two of the best in the business. So suspecting it's a core shaker. Maybe they want to pick up one of the supports for themselves, but they need a solid mid laner, somebody to really dominate. Maybe a Viper. They've had some decent success with Viper in the past, and Viper you can always rely on to dominate his lane. He's one of those characters, even when you're killing him, he's killing you. And a good mech carrier. But we'll see. Okay, there it is, Viper. All right, good for me. High five time.
Radiant's pick.
So we'll see if maybe we'll see another Ember Spirit coming out from Planet Hype. Not great against a Viper, but no, it's you're gonna go the Spirit Breaker instead. So
Dyer's
no
pick.
mid laner picked out from Planet Hype as they're gonna try to figure out how to deal with this Viper. It just will crap on the lane. So with Quap already banned out by them, kind of unfortunate for them, and Lech being banned out on the other side. A lot of mid laners that can stand up to Viper already out of the picture, so it reminds me, I know he's banned, but when Bloodseeker ruptures Viper, shouldn't it show a green blood trail?
10 seconds to go.
Alright, 10 seconds left before they dip into the reserve time on Shadowforge. So maybe if they're going to send the Earthshaker in the off lane, maybe they consider Storm Spirit for their safe farmer. Going to be zipping around trying to keep that coddle and trying to keep that Spirit Breaker on the leash, on the tether, keep them from doing too much damage. Now, Storm Spirit, you usually like to go against lower health pool heroes with the Undying and Spirit Breaker. Not really that low health pool, but maybe they just want to confuse them. Like, who's going mid lane? You have no idea, because both Viper and Storm Spirit are legitimate safe lane carries, so
5 seconds.
interesting pickups by them. So that means they need an off laner if they don't send the Earthshaker off, but maybe a mid laner now. Time to pick up for Planet Hype. Maybe there's something they hope can do well against the Storm Spirit, like a Shadow Fiend. There he is. And they've got the Radiant advantage on that Shadow Fiend, so he can stack up and grab the camps. He's a very, very effective mid laner, especially on the on the Radiant side. So Shadowforge, seeing that they don't have really a safe lane farmer, they ban out the anti-mage, don't want to mess with him. And seeing that they need an off laner, means what? Dusa being picked up. Okay, so Tricor of, I don't know who's going where. So Dusa safe, Storm Spirit mid and Viper off, or Storm Spirit off, Viper mid, depending on the mid lane. Oh, okay, no. Probably shouldn't send a Storm Spirit against the Shadow Fiend, so that'd probably be a Viper mid. Dusa safe, Storm Spirit off. Okay. Interesting. Storm Spirit not going to have a really good time if they end up laning him that way, so maybe we'll see dual lanes as opposed to an aggressive try keeping Dusa safe.
5 seconds.
So Planet Hype, getting ready to make our last pick before we head into battle.
Reserve time.
Alright, they dip into the reserve time. I'm trying to think of what the hell they can do to deal with the Dusa. You know, they have a lot of burst damage, which is good, but once she pops her ult, no one, the Undying, the Spirit Breaker, and the Shadow Fiend all going to have to be looking the other way while Coddle just gets ready for an Illuminate. Did not expect to see a Dusa, not going to lie. So Planet Hype really considering who they want in this this safe lane farmer. Something that'll go well with the Keeper and an Undying. So maybe a PA? She can blink in, get some serious damage on the Storm Spirit, get the backliners of Dazzle and Earthshaker. We've been seeing a lot of PA, actually. It's not too bad. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, hi to anybody viewing, by the way. Alright, Planet Hype really taking their time with this one. They want to make sure they get it right. Consulting their off lane, or maybe a Darkseer, actually. Vacuum Wall, have a Viper against his own team. Never a bad thing, especially once you get the Dusa farmed. Dusa against her own team with the mana shield and everything up. When she gets copied, it's going to be terrifying. No, well, wow. Really diving into the team. Hopefully they wouldn't have a DC or any lag or anything. We know we were having some lag problems in the last game, but 5 seconds. We're getting close to auto pick territory. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, pick up the Clinks. That's some serious damage. And that is some crap for a Storm Spirit to deal with as well. So very, very good pick. I wouldn't have thought Deuce and Clinks, if I'm not going to lie. All right, so everybody picks up their heroes as 13-14 on mid Shadow Fiend, Tamberlane the Great on the Undying,
Better get ready.
Dragnaraki on the Clinks, Yutmos on the Spirit Breaker, and Atlas on the Coddle. Meanwhile, in the opposite side of things, we got Pandora rocking the Storm Spirit. Lots of good luck coming out from 13-14. Jack Swift picks up the Dusa. Ambro Chen on his signature Shaker. Quantum on the Viper, which we've seen before. And Lobby rocking the Dazzle. Good sportsmanship, and you love to see that coming out from everybody, so that's kind of nice. As everybody gets ready in position to take these bounty runes. The bounty runes. One of the best additions to Dota of all time. It makes everything super interesting from minute 1. Hell, minute 0 if I'm honest. Let's face it.
30 seconds to show
Clinks
time.
has the awesome Viking set. I haven't actually seen it in game. It looks pretty awesome. Alright, so everybody clumping up on Shadowforge. They really want to get this for their mid laner, whoever it ends up being. Looks like it's going to be Pandora, I would guess, on this Storm Spirit. So, Fish jumping in. Yo, good luck, fam. Atlas says 3, 2,
And here we go.
1. Boom! Misses everybody. The charge in, though, but Spiritbreaker taking the root for himself as he pings the Pandora, running around, stunning around.
Radiant
Atlas
on
taking
one
some
side,
serious damage as
Dire on the
they've
other.
leveled the poison attack first on the Viper. Here it comes, and it's going to miss everybody. So they do some serious damage while only taking a little bit on Pandora on their own, the bash, but they lose the bounty rune. And if I'm correct, Clink's got the bounty rune bottom, so both bounty runes going for Planet Hype. As now they need to rotate. Okay, so it's going to be aggressive try on the bottom and Deuce a solo safe. Alright. That could actually work out really well. Deuce not leveling anything yet as they're going to go for the Clinks, who thinks he's all alone, thinks he's safe. La la la. And the Fissure Poison. No, Shadow Wave. Okay. Here comes the Poison of the Viper, though. Boom! They close him off, but he has Shadow Walk. Oh, he just hit level 2. Look at this. Uh-oh, but they see him. They ping him out. No way to stop him from TPing out. Damn. So close. Oh, charge in on Dusa top, and this might be a dead Dusa. They get the Decay. And there's the Tombstone. Tamberlane the Great. Being pretty awesome. Oh no, the Coddle! And no, First Blood, and well, 2 kills going solidly to Planet Hype. Keeper of the Light picking up that last kill on the poor Dusa. Jeezy crazy, that was a lot of damage really fast.
Towers, you know the drill.
Let's see if last hits are going to be helping anybody out. Mid lane going fairly evenly.
Dire's top tower's getting beat down.
Top taking some serious damages. Oh no, Yutmos is just here ready. He's waiting for the mana to charge in. He's got his Mango. Ambrochen coming in, trying to keep this lane safe for a while, as he knows Clinks isn't going to be able to do much against Quantum. They spot out the Coddle, throw the poison out on him from the Dazzle. Nope, it was just a regular auto attack. Just kidding, he's only level 1. They ping him out. Oh no, he's going to overextend. His Yutmos is going to be there. He doesn't have the charge in bash. Tamberlane the Great's like, hey, you know what, screw it. I got the speed, I got the power, I've got the decay. And decides to save it for a fight. Yutmos waiting for that extra 19 mana that he needs to charge in on Jack Swift, who has leveled Mana Shield, and he's saving his second ability. Might want to go 2 in the Mana Shield, actually. There's the Mango use. Charges in. See if we can get the bash. Lordy bashes of bashiness. So far, no bashes. Okay, but they block it up. And might get a turnaround kill on Yutmos if they're not careful. Nope. Yutmos is going to be able to walk out of here. But he has the charge mana again. So maybe he'll turn around as soon as Dusa... Dusa's like, screw it. Mana Shield all the time. Got decay, don't care. Amberchin ready to turn around. Lobby ready to turn around. Lobby really needed to get a little bit more experience than this. There's a Regent's rune spawned bottom, and Shadowfiend grabs the top rune. There's the charge in at Jack Swift. The Coddle Blast, but everything gonna be stopped. Stop. Everybody calm down. Amberchin's like, hey, chill. Everybody be cool. Atlas, he actually has to pop a salve. He's been using his chakra magic to keep Tamberlin and Utmos relevant and ready to charge and go at any minute. Dragnaraki on the Clinks. Pink level 5. He's really doing some great harass on the Viper, keeping him from last hitting very well at all. I mean, he's had to go 2 on Corrosive Skin just to make Dragnaraki pay for them flaming arrows. Storm Spirit's going to bottle up the regen rune, his personal rune of destiny, if all goes well. Meanwhile, top. Gonna be waiting for this charge as I just know it. You know. He's like, okay, I'm ready to go. What are we gonna charge on? Who's it gonna be? Is it gonna go top? Is he gonna go bottom? What's he gonna do? On the edge of my seat. That's boring. Okay, they're going on Coddle, but nothing coming of it. As Dazzle's still level 1, he needs to get in there, get some experience. Like, he's getting to that dangerous territory. Heal for Tamberlin. The Soul Rip gets a decay on Jack Swift, who has full mana luckily, so it doesn't matter how much health you steal from him, really. Atlas is just chilling. He's like, oh, hey, Shaker, how you doing? He actually had a nice little spot where he was a little tucked away from this ward. Coming down with a little bit of cola. Mid lane. Oh. Bashed. Them bashes. Utmos bashing up people. He's the bash lord. Bash. There we go.
Dyer's mid tower could use a little help.
Okay, Amberchin really, he's been kind of playing it, trying to play it super safe, but this aggressive try is really costing them in levels as they don't have nearly the same level coming out. So if you look, 2 level 6s, sorry, a level 7 to level 6, while you have 2 level 5s, those 2 ultimates can make all of the difference, a huge amount of difference in any fight. So, you know, Quantum not even able, okay, he finally picks up level 6, he drops, so he's ready to Viper Strike now, so that should make the time on this Clinks a lot harder. They ping out Utmos, who's, oh, no, I guess they just know he's there. Maybe they saw him walk past a ward or something. Probably this ward here. He gets ready to go on somebody. He's super close. He might even right next to the tower range if he's not careful. If he eats through a tree, he's done. So Dusa kind of chilling out as Atlas gets ready. He lets it go. Gonna miss again. Kind of not 2 on the mark, but it doesn't matter because he has the chakra magic to keep replenishing himself. Soul Rip healing up Tamberlin the Great. As Utmos gets kind of bored and gets ready to rock on Quantum, who doesn't see Invisible 1314. 1314 does not have his ultimate yet. And here comes Utmos. There's one bash. There's the raise. There's the shadows, the poison strike, but it doesn't matter. Utmos. Everybody getting out of here. Utmos actually running the, rushing the Urn of Shadows to keep himself alive and charging around. Well, luckily, Deuce's lane is settled down a little bit. Look at that. Oof.
Dyer's mid tower won't last much longer.
So mid taking some serious harassment. Top already almost half down, and bottom with nobody there. Look at these fire arrows. They're burning everything down, quite literally. It's a creep and he's out. It's his own creep. It's cool.
Bottom tower's getting the business.
That's what they're there for. Oof. Shadowfiend already 1400 against up on his mid lane opponent, the Storm Spirit. See, this is why he's too squishy. The raises do too much damage on this poor Storm Spirit. Alright. So, Coddle having to kind of sit and wait. He's got the empowering haste, but there seems to be a lot of dancing around in this top lane. Poor Dazzle's still only level 2. He only has 605 net worth. Look at him. It's not okay. Here comes the cuddle. Oh, they just immediately run into the bash on Ambrochen. He's level 4. Oh, look at all those bashes. That was insane. Tamberlin the Great also going up in the top side. Trying to get Jack Swift as Utmos is now coming in on Lobby, but here's the port in from Quantum. He gets the Viper Strike on Utmos, and Utmos might be paying for this one with his life as Lobby being taken out by the Coddle, but the right clicks from this Viper are doing some serious damage. He knows he's dead. He goes on Tamberlin the Great. Jack Swift needs to stay alive for this. He really needs this experience, but it's just going to be too much to try to get away from. Here comes the poison. Nope. Leveled Grave. But they get the kill. That's a 2-for-1, 2-for-2 trade. As Dazzle was so low life, he actually leveled and came back. Picks up a Tango from when he needs it. This is really good for Viper, though. Helps him recover a lot. In the mid lane, Pandora, just look at the raises and right clicks. He has to zip out. Luckily, he has the zip now, so he can just stay a little bit safer. Raise coming off, cooldown in 1 second. Goes for the long range. This might be enough to finish him off. Ooh, but it's not enough. It's not even far enough. I was all hyped up for nothing. Quantum rotating in, trying to get a kill on Shadow Fiend as Ambrochen also does.
Bottom tower.
Bottom tower gonna be falling anytime here, seeing as Clinks is just methodically sitting, farming, and firing arrows into towers.
Couldn't save that bottom tower.
Quantum, he's like, all right, I can deal with you now. I got some kills under my belt. I'm gonna walk in, but he's not gonna see anything with the skeleton walk. He's always gonna keep. Oh, he doesn't have enough mana for it, but he has the soul ring in case he needs it. So.
Can't do nothing about
Look,
dire
he's like,
structures right
no
now.
tasty dad of yours to eat, so I'll just finish you guys off with some quick arrows.
The Dire might want to mine this.
Spirit Breaker gets the Storm Spirit mid as the DD 1314 really helping that out. There's the negative earn. There's the woof dodging around. Run, Ambrochen, you can do it. Dodging around, he misses the raises. He gets the stun on Utmos, but the tower focusing on the creep's not going to be enough to help him out. There's the last right click to finish off Ambrochen on his Spirit. On his Earth Shaker, not Spirit Breaker.
Dire's mid tower won't last much longer.
Bottle up Bounty Rune on 1314 as the top 3 are now. Oh, let's see where Utmos is going. He's charging top, probably on the Deucer or Dazzle. It's the Deucer. Ooh. Here's the sights. Now, maybe I did that a little too early. Pops the Endurance, tries to run away as Jack Swift is coming in. Let's see if they can get the block fissure. Oh, jumps back in with the ultimate. Misses the Coddle Blast, but now, okay, the ultimate coming out from Jack Swift, but everybody's turned their backs. They get Viper Strike on the Shadow Fiend, but now there's a Tombstone to deal with. They need to get away from this Tombstone, but it's slowing up Quantum. Quantum not going to be able to get out of here. He has 4 in the Corrosive Skin to keep people off of him, but it's not going to be enough. These zombies don't care about your Corrosive Skin. There's another decay coming out from Tamberlin the Great. Pandora coming in, trying to. Oh no, the Blinding Light going to push the Viper back, and then the last raise can be enough to finish him off. They might have overstayed their welcome though. Here comes the Fissure on all 4. Zip in, blows up Utmos with the last right click, but then the double ulti coming out from the Shadow Fiend. It's not enough to kill him, but it's going to be enough to get 3-for-1 trade. Beautiful turnaround as Atlas is now needs to be on the way out. Oh, he picks off Ambrochen. No more zips left. No tethers left. 1 right click's gonna be enough though. So 4 down, dominating streak going for Pandora. Really good for him as he finishes up his boots. But at the same time, as this Clinks doing damage to towers, he doesn't even need to be in fights anymore. He's just kind of wandering around. Usually you see Clinks sniping out people, but he's just becoming the pushing power. With all of this fight, Lobby, who is just level 2, manages to pick up level 5. Alright. Pandora hanging out. They ping out poor Lobby. Oh, look at it's disgusting. Just should have graved himself. But he makes the sacrifice play, saving it in case somebody else needed it. Charging on Dusa. She's going to make it back to the tower, but so Utmos decides to cancel that. As Dusa has picked up her Morbid Mask. That'll keep her health up while she has the Mana Shield, which is all he's leveled. 4 in Mana Shield. 1 in the ultimate. I guess the arrest went in stats unless he's holding on to him. They see the breaker, but let's see Storm Spirit. No, I guess they don't see him. Storm Spirit just decides he's going to farm this stack up real quick, and then they're all gone. Utmost, no ultimate ready, but he can charge. Gets one lucky bash. Charges, and there's the zip out. Double zip. Okay, do the wave. But, oh, needs the shallow grave. Doesn't get the cast off in time. Utmost going to be getting away with that Storm Spirit pick off. There's the Coddle trying to prevent anybody from getting away, but here comes Dusa, right, clicking him away. There's the save and blinding light, but he doesn't blind Quantum, who gets the last right click onto the Spirit Breaker. Oh, big decay. And mana. Mana leak coming out, but Quantum doesn't care. He's like, I'm a Viper, what do I need mana for? I can just freaking right click you to death.
Them dire buildings
With all of this movement around, they lose a tier 2 tower in the bottom lane, and their top isn't looking too great, so they decide to go in on the tier 1 mid, but not going to be able to go out. But here comes the Coddle Blast, messing Jack Swift up a little bit. 13-14 and Tamberlin just kind of sitting here. They don't have any fear right now. As 13-14 looks to go around the back end with Atlas. Atlas keeps blasting, and oh, here comes the charge in on Jack Swift. Oh no, the ultimate's gonna be almost right on top of him, but that mana shield keeps him safe. Mana leak, though, exactly the opposite of what they want happening. Here comes Umos, and there's one more. Boom, he's dead. Ambrochen's like, hey, you just killed my buddy, and then he gets the return kill. And they lose the Undying as well. They throw the weave, they get the Coddle with it, but they lose their mid tower. Clinks, he's destroyer of towers, destroyer of heroes, destroyer of dreams. As he runs away, his lore, he's permanently on fire. It's insane. Read it sometime. 13-14's picked up a Shadow Blade, as we've seen him try to use it a few times. That last one, really securing the Dusa kill, because you can't block that much damage. Level 6 up, as we saw the weave coming out from Lobby, who goes to stack the Ancients for his carries. Port top, as Jack Swift is going to move back into the jungle, but Pandora is also going to be there. I gotta say, they haven't been wasting too much time. Like, it could be much worse. They're 75,000, 5,000 experience behind, but oh, they dropped the ward just in time to get the Shadow Fiend. He thinks he's safe. He's like, crap, I need to get out of this ward, but he's gonna be able to make it out in time. They just didn't have the damage. Here comes the charge in on Jack Swift. There's the Tombstone. There's the ultimate popped by Tamberlin the Great as well, as Clinks is here. They're right clicking, but that all the points in mana shield. Keeping him safe. No snake, though, to replenish. Ooh, good stun by Amberchen. Shallow grave going out. Jack Swift might be a little early. Tamberlin the Great's trying to make it out, but he's going to be right-click to death. Same with Utmost as it becomes 11-14. 2 free kills as the rest of the Radiant Planet Hype have to run away. So they get the two more...
Radiant's bottom tower.
They get the two tankier of the support staff. And they take the Coddle Blast in strat. They're like, you know what, that's fine.
Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom tower.
Radiant's bottom tower being naturally pushed out by the Siege Creep. Double damage picked up by the Ambrochin on the Spirit Breaker, and Storm Spirit getting the bounty.
Radiant's bottom tower.
He's halfway through his Orchid, right, so that'll definitely help with the Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend will be like, I'm gonna, and then he'll be silenced and beaten to death for his trouble. Lobby getting ready to, okay, he's just picking up his mana boots. We're on the side shot. Clink's trying to go in on the Dusa, doing some serious damage too, but Dusa's mana shield going to be a little too much. Quantum bullies him away as he's almost finished with his mech. He's only about 100 gold away. Buckler's up the creeps so they can just keep pushing it out. Alright, 3 mid as Utmost doesn't see anybody he can charge on. He's not feeling too confident after that last bit, so he's going to wrap around, see if he can see. He'll probably see the Storm Spirit, but I don't know if he should go in on this. Does he seem alone enough that I can finish him with my ult, he says. You can tell he's just thinking about it. And Pandora's actually semi-alone, but here comes Quantum. That's going to put all dreams of charging in glory for on a temporary hold. He sees that and he's going to back off. Pandora moves up, starts farming up the jungle. They ping out the secret shop. They're like, hey, was somebody just there? And then, boom, Shaker. Shaker's got his mana boots. He's working on that blink, and that blink echo can be really bad for especially the lower health heroes like Shadow Fiend and Clinks. Like, oh, boom. Pandora mana leak, that's a dead Storm Spirit. The bashes, the undying, the everything. Alright. Well, we've got kind of a stalemate as they're both looking for pickoffs. Tamberlin the Great, he's like, I'm going to punch this, and Counterblast is going to finish everything. He gets the last hit, though, on one of them. Alright. Utmost, going for the Mask of Madness build-up. That way you can get in extra punches for extra bashes. Never a bad thing. Connell rocking the Stag Mount,
could use a little help.
not the Stag Blast, interestingly
Dire
enough.
structures looking fortified.
Utmost just bullying people back. He's like, hey, get away from your tower. This is our tower now. Clinks
Dire's
comes in,
mid-tower
Invis on the
won't
backside,
last
deciding what he wants to go on. He's
Brewing at
eaten
Radiant's bottom tower.
he deathpacked a creep recently, so he should be pretty scary. Counterblast couldn't be enough to zone him, and that's the whole tower.
Radiant's
Shadow
bottom
Fiend,
towers hope the
all
Dire
in
were
souls.
partial to that mid tower.
Beating people up. Utmost might want to consider charging down to that bottom tower, clean that up a little bit, but
Radiant's bottom
here
tower.
we go. They zip in, get the exploding pop, but mana leak. Pandora just gonna wait it out. Like, I'll just drink my bottle. Wait for the mana leak to go. Coddle's like, blast him. Thinking he's still there, but he'll get the creep wave. Disgusting amount of damage. Coddle almost done with his Aghanim Scepter. That's scary. All of Shadowforge being kind of relegated to the jungle as they just, all they can do is defend right now. It's a little risky going out, like they're just right here. That invisible Clink's really putting a stranglehold on where they can go, because when you can't see him, you think he's there. It's every invis here in the game. You're like, oh god, he's right behind me, isn't he? Oh, career coming out as an Orchid. Finished by Clinks. With the Death Pact and the Hand of Midas, he farms exceedingly, like really fast. Like just insanely fast. Looking for pickoffs. His Death Pact's worn out. Maybe he'll just grab this Hellbear Smasher. But might make it go on Pandora first. No flaming arrows, just the regular kind. There's the flaming arrows. Oh no, the bash! Echo Slam, stopping the bash and getting a turnaround on the on this Bash Lord. Quantum's like, screw your damn tombstone. That's my 150 gold. Turns around, Tamberlin the Great is not going to be able to get out of here in time. And Counterblast not going to be enough to keep him safe either. It's 13-15 as Shadowforge looking to have some life back in them. Coddle gets his Aghanims, becomes that recall courier service. And that permanent don't have to stand while you wait for the blast. So we can drop one here and stop Shadowforge from really pushing in any further. Shadow Wave, Mana Leak onto Quantum, so he's not going to move. Tanks up that wave, that blast easily, but this Dazzle, not so much. Takes a bit of damage from him. No levels in Poison Touch on Lobby. You know, I'd like to see one just to keep him, keep your enemies slow, but, you can't have... there's no such thing as too few levels in Shallow Grave or Shadow Wave, so hard to argue against as well. Mech finished up by Viper and Clinks. He's just kind of chilling in the woods over here. Let's see how Deuce is doing. However, Deuce is the only... is that super late game carry that can just become invincible in the late game. But she still has a long way to go to get there, and she's very behind. Making that split shot finally being leveled. Oh no, this is a dead lobby. He's just like, I don't even... Boom! It drops the Orchid on lobby. They dropped the dust on Radke though. This might not be the trade they wanted to get. They're gonna have enough to take him down. Boom! Unstoppable for Quantum. Mana Leak. Blast to take off his last bit of mana and kill him, I guess. I mean, Coddle just being Coddle, I guess. Orchid finally finished up for Storm Spirit. That could also be back. Wow, Jack Swift taking so much damage from that Coddle Blast. Oh no, he doesn't have the mana shield up as he gets blown up by the invisible 13-14. Throws that the laugh, but Emerald's like, hey, you know what? I'm going to stand here. Oh, the Blinding Light going to keep everybody blinded so they can't really finish off 13-14. They get out of here. Pandora zips out. Quantum being charged in on, and he doesn't have any extra mobility. He just screws it. I'm going to port. Oh, he gets saved! The last second by the Earthshaker. The plays! Oh no, Dire's Courier taking it down with what looks like the last piece of somebody's Aghanim Scepter. Who was it? Alright. So now the pinks come out. We're taking this mid lane. Get in place. Get ready. Weave ready to go. God, I forget how long distance Weave is. It's insane. Alright, so they don't feel confident with Dusa coming up in 1 second as, let's check out our net worth graphs. It's almost 10,000 in the side of Planet Hype, and only 5,000 experience though, so that's some good news for all the Shadowforge fans. Shadowfiend fans will note that Shadowfiend is doing very well. He's got an invis rune, all the invisibility. Ping out to D-Ward, and that looks exactly what Lobby's gonna do. He's like, screw your little bird, and the bird's gonna die. Look at it, it's horrible. Loses an eye. Oh, death animations. Alright, Pandora, he's got his Sage Mask, maybe looking to make a quick soul ring out of it.
Dire's top tower.
Oh no, here comes... Oh, wow, look, who has the Desolator? It looked like there was a Desolator animation, sorry about that. Oh man, it's 2 dead already, but here comes the Dusa with the ultimate. Everybody just turns around though. It's not doing anything to anybody. The only thing being frozen are the zombies. There's gonna be a lot too much damage for Jack Swift to deal with. He gets blown up, but they get the Spirit Breaker on the other side, but they're gonna lose 4 for 1. Zambartren running out on his lone breaker, shaker. His lone shaker after getting the breaker. Top tower getting beaten to death. Oh man, I don't know if this game is looking more and more, this is worse and worse for the Dire side here. Tamerlane the Great, he's got... oh, there's a fissure to keep everybody safe. Blinks away and actually gets orchided, but he manages to miss the decay.
Through the Dire structures for now.
Oh, the creep wave clear is insane for this team. The top tower is just done. Oh, they decided to back off without taking the tower. Only the Storm Spirit up. Interesting choice on their part. I think they should have stayed the extra 5 seconds to take the tower, but they're planning on playing it safe. They're like, you know what? We're ahead. Let's keep it that way. Dragnaraki is... oh, okay, because they know the power of the weave. That's so much minus armor. It's insane. It's minus more armor than Klink's actually has. Alright. Spirit Breaker, he's decides to go for the Ancients, but then I guess he just doesn't. Oh, he's pinging out the Ancients for his team. He's like, hey, let's take this stack away from him. And Shadowfiend is an expert at doing exactly that. He's up to 2,600 health, and Coddle making a pun once he gets a bounty rune. He's all the right clicks in the world. Oh, there it goes, he seems to say. Alright, that lost stack is kind of bitter because that's exactly what they need on the side of Shadowforge. Now, Split Shot and Mana Shield being both fully leveled, and we're going to see some snake action coming out from Jack Swift.
Something bad's happened to the Radiance Courier.
Radiance Courier getting picked off by the Storm Spirit. Nicely done. That had a decent cargo worth, too. So that's some good news for the Dire side. They're down 6 kills, but also 6 towers. The kill's not such a big deal, but those towers, I mean, they don't have the world's greatest pushing lineup, unfortunately for them. They're really made for team fighting, but they're just getting pushed. Every time they lose one person, it seems like they get an objective. Double damage, Rune of Destiny bottled up by 13-14. Are they considering Roast? They're like, hey, we're here, why not? You know, making steam in the river. Get the raises from the lower ground, just because he can. Coddle, blast, finishing it off. Okay, cool. Everybody's farming up these jungles. These poor creeps never even stood a chance. Ambertren's managed to pick up his blink and his boots, and so he's moving on to some lesser items that he didn't have yet, like his wand and stuff.
Radiant disown that bottom tower.
Radiant gets the deny on the bottom tower, unfortunately, but you know, could have been worse.
The Radiant
there's Roche. Who's got the dust? Anybody got the dust? Oh, let's see. No dust. Okay. I thought for sure they're gonna smoke out of Roshan and just run. But they decide, screw it, we got a DD Shadowfiend. We don't have to be afraid of anything. Look at him. Boom. Boom. Right click done. The wave clear. The wave clear. Even when they get pushed out, it's just, it takes them half a second to push everything back. Alright, Coddle, he's just... okay, they find the ward, they ping it out, and they don't block off any of the camps, doesn't look like, so they're just throwing it there for their own amusement. Keeping the Dire side blind, so that way they don't have to... they don't know where they are, where their movements are at, so they can hide in the trees as Shadowfiend. No longer DD'd up, gonna be pushing out this top lane. Oh, there's a run. He sees Okay, he's just gonna be pushing out the creeps, so... Still looks awesome though, right? He bashes everything in his way. Boom. Alright. You know, I gotta say, the 71% hasn't really been too bashy. Look at this. Not a single bash that whole time. He has it all the way leveled. Come on, give me a bash. Come on. You can do it. He keeps going for it and then just deciding not to. Race for the bounty rune as Coddle's like, haha, mine. I deserve this, he seems to say. Guardian Greaves, though, finished up for the Undying. Visibility room pinged out, and Dire Side, you know, they're happy to wait this out and take it late. I mean, their Deuce has already picked up a Manta style from this delay of game. I mean, you know, there's a lot that can happen for the Radiant, of course, as they're farming their freaking brains out. But if they don't use this Aegis to their advantage, I mean, you get the money from Roche, of course, but they need to kind of be worried about this late game potential on Shadowforge Gaming, because, you know, Viper can get terrifying when left alone, and he's just getting free farm. He's already, okay, he's building an Aghanim Scepter. You know, he might have been able to build a BKB by now if he'd wanted to. 13-14, gonna swagger his way up to the top. But he's gonna be scouted out by this Observer up now. He's like, screw Invis. What are you gonna do? I'm Shadow Fiend. Look at me swagger. Swagger. Taverlin. He's picked up Plate Mail. I wonder if he's gonna go for an AC. I mean, it would make sense if he can.
Dire's top tower's getting beat down.
I'm so used to that being Death Pact, eating creeps. Jack Swift being really careful. He hasn't leveled the snake yet. I guess he's not a fan of the snake. Top lane's gonna be pushing in, but they're letting Dusa have everything. They're like, we know what we need. We need a damn Dusa to stand to kill people. So Dusa's been taking top and mid while they're giving Viper bottom lane, and it actually seems to be working out pretty well for them. I mean, you know, you make do with what you got. Charging onto some creeps. Helm of the Dominator should probably turn that into, Helm of Iron will probably turn that into Helm of the Dominator. All the lifesteal, I guess. Maybe just wants to dominate a creep. Boom. Creep wave dead. This is insane. Like, before the Coddle Blast, the Coddle's like, alright, I was gonna kill that. And that's the end of this tower. Oh, they go for the fortify, but they are not ready to fight, so they just split shot all the creeps down. Catch Quantum with the last little bit of the Coddle Blast. I gotta say, this Earth Shaker has been doing some really fantastic fissures. Look at it. Oh man. Ambrochin really kind of keeping Planet Hype exactly where they want him. Pandora not able to get a Bloodstone or anything. Another. Oh, okay, another. Sorry, another fissure coming out. Okay, here they go. They're going to finally go on the tower. There's the Mana Leak on Quantum. He can't get out of the way. He almost charging in on Pandora. He's going to need to zip out of this, but he gets just bashed. The ultimate thrown by 13-14. Not doing as much damage as he was hoping. Quantum throws out the Viper Strike on him, and it's going to wait for him to die, but bottom tower also going to be falling to Clinks as well while all of this is going on. Shadow Grave coming out really early on Quantum, and Quantum just getting out. There's the Echo Slam going out on Yutmos. He's getting chain stunned, but the Coddle Blast actually pushes Ambrochin too far away to get the last hit on Yutmos, as Tamerlane the Great is probably going to be end up going down there as he explodes this. The charge out by the Shaker. They see Coddle and the Shadow Fiend here and decide not to chase Coddle, throwing the safety blast to keep everybody safe, and they've lost top racks and bottom and 1 racks. So luckily they keep the melee barracks in both situations and don't have to worry about the lanes pushing extra ultra super hard. So it's not all bad news for the side of Dire, as they picked up some decent kills and everything, and their core stayed mostly alive. Mostly. Ultimate Orb picked up by Medusa. She's looking to get that I have Scotty to keep herself safe and keep everybody else slow and dead as hell. He almost picked up the armlet. That's what he was going for. That makes a lot more sense. Duh. Counter Blast. Aggravatingly taking all the farm away from everybody around him. But he's got his Aghanim Scepter, he's got a gem, he's got a Force Staff. You can't really say he's not using it to most effectiveness. Pandora's picked up that temporary soul ring. Uh-oh, Averchin might be a little bit out of place as he's scouted out. Nope, he drops the ward and he's freaking... No? Is he hanging? He's splitting. Okay. And he's out of here. They run the courier also out as well. He's picked up a soul booster. All right. You know, just as I thought the Storm Spirit was looking a little desperate, that's probably his soul booster. Actually, I should double check. Yep, it is for Pandora. Cool. So he's going to be able to turn that into a Bloodstone here in a second. All right, Dusa standing watch over the mid lane, throws the Mask of Madness, goes for the... just right-clicks everybody to death. She's back up to almost 1,000 gold after purchasing that ultimate orb, but she's still a little short. She still needs about 500 for her buyback. Clink's getting ready to clinks his things up. He's got his Desolator, Blink, Orchid, so anybody even slightly out of position, it's Blink, Orchid, and then you're desolated to death. Like, it's a really devastating build-up and combo that they've got going. Jack Swift and Quantum, they're ready to hold this top lane. They're like, you shall not pass. And then Cuddle's like, hey, that's my line. Sorry. Right, Pandora, he's picked up his soul booster, and here comes the carrier. There's the Bloodstone. They ping out Dragnaraki on the Clinks. They're like, hey, we know you're here. We saw you with this ward. Deuce, not sure if she wants to go for this, but Dragnaraki's sure. He just eats a creep and he's out. Denies Jack Swift a little bit of farm. Hey, it's, you know, small moves like that can really get into the heads of your opponents. It's like, why did he even bother? It's exactly to screw with you. Okay, Atlas in 13-14 standing just outside of the range, so Viper probably going to be something going to get hit by this Call of Blast. Oh, nope, far enough away they could get out. Uh-oh, Mana Leak on Pandora, but nobody following up, so he can just wait for it to be gone. It doesn't last super long, so... and he doesn't care. He's like, dude, I got a Bloodstone now. Things are good. Coddle blasting and standing and fighting. Clink's looking to go backdoor this... Oh, he's going to reveal himself to the creep wave. He just Desolator, right-clicks everything to death. He looks like he's moving out. He's probably going to wait for them to, and then invis his way in. I don't know if he knows about this ward or not. Meanwhile, top. You know, just stagnant farm battle. Like, this is kind of a weird spot in Dota. Like, they're afraid to push, or they're afraid to go outside, so we're kind of stuck in the middle. But BKB getting close to finished for the Viper, as it looks like he's changed his mind from going on the Aghanim Scepter. Level 17, still no Mystic Snake. I think that's kind of a mistake. I mean, that is such I thought an essential ability for Jack Swift. That way he can keep his mana shield up and do some... It's a really good nuke. I'm not sure why he's fallen out of love with it. Maybe he's just getting the stats for tankability because he's a little far behind on items, so it's not necessarily the worst thing. It's just you don't see it very often. Pandora and Quantum pushing out the lane. Kata gonna be there to push it right back. This is like a yo-yo of freaking... There it goes. Alright. Ultimate Orb. I have no idea what he's gonna build. I'll laugh if it's like a sheep stick or something on a Coddle.
The Radiant took over.
So Radiant decided to go ahead and take Roche while it is. GG, well played. Sorry. Oh no. No. I don't know how to stop that if that's... Okay. Accidental GG called by by Planet Hype. They really don't want to GG this one out. That would be that'd be terrible. I have Scotty finished up Eagle's Song. Well, that means a Butterfly next for 13-14. They know they have the farm advantage, so they just figure they wait until they're insurmountable, and then they're going to charge in, but I don't know. Quantum has his BKB now. That means he's a standing, fighting, fearless Viper, especially against 13-14. But 13-14, he's going to have a ton of fight in him. So he comes up, he bullies him away, and he starts going on the racks. So Quantum Viper strikes him, starts right-clicking him back. Still right-clicking him. giving away that they have the wards. There's the stun, but he's just outside of ward vision. Oh! He gets drawn back in. There's the Echo Slam dropped. Yutmos getting really low. He's silenced up. There's the big explosion for 13-14. Going to be enough to finish off the Earthshaker. There's a Shadow Grave on Quantum as he's just right-clicking to his heart's content. Jack Swift coming so they can't turn and even look at Quantum, who is so low. Here comes the Shadow Wave as they kill Tambalin the Great. Blinding Light coming back and pushing everybody back and blinding them. Jack Swift needs to get out of here. He's the mana shield, but he's out of mana. This is going to be a death for the... Oh no! They make... Look at the Viper. Okay, so they start going on the racks. Quantum's like, look at me. Oh, and that's going to be a dead Viper. He doesn't have buyback. He's down for 60 seconds, but the Medusa does not go down. He sacrifices his life so that the Medusa may live. Lobby, I don't know what he's doing. He's getting 4-shot. Okay, he throws the Grave on himself, and he's going to be able to get out of here. He's going to be lucky if the creeps don't finish him off, though. He only has 2 health. Literally 2. Drops the Shadow Wave, and then there's the GG coming out from Quantum. That was their last hold. That was their last fight. They did it very well. They're going to manage to finish off this... they're going to finish him off, right?
9 in a row.
Okay, there it goes. But he has the Aegis.
Shadow Wave.
Oh.
Now over here. Where's the body?
Alright, so some little bit of miscommunication. I don't know what's happening. But there's the charge in from the Spirit Breaker, looking to break the spirits. Shadowforge, he goes in on Lobby and blows him up. Bashing, bashing, bashing.
Dyer's mid-rags. Dyer's mid-rags. Didn't Radiant's got a case of the mega creeps. Dyer's mid
I know what happens. Sometimes the chat wheel gets reset when you jump back and forth. Hey, come on now, buddy. So, okay, a little bit of miscommunication about GG's, so... A little bit of salt coming out from Planet Hype as they thought they had the win, but... I mean, they're very far ahead, so they shouldn't be too angry with what happened. Oh, the Echo Slam, and they blow up! Oh, man. Alright, so Tambalin the Great, and also... Okay, so some fairly good pickoffs for the Dire side as they get 3 for free. Pandora being turned... There it is. It's the sacrifice on a Coddle. Alright, so Coddle throwing the Mana Leak, and he's not going to be able to get away. It's a 4 for nothing trade. But they have to fight up against Mega Creeps. I doubt they're even going to be doing anything. Have to admin real quick. Sorry, sometimes you have to admin, so that's enough. We'll get back to actually playing Dota, so we'll see if poor Shadowforge Gaming can pull this one out, but they're up against Mega Creeps, they're up against the clock, and they're up against the fully respawned Dire side in 10 seconds, so they're going to be working around for fighting, but here comes the charge in from the level 14 Spirit Breaker. He's actually not found a lot of farm, but hasn't really had to. He's charging. He might consider canceling this. Maybe he's just using it to mobility around the map. Yep, looks like he is. Zip in. Not finding anybody, but might be caught out by Yutmos. Throws the ultimate, but there's the zip out. Not a chance. Alright, Coddle Blast coming out, 13-14. Alright, 13-14, swaggering around. He's looking for the wraparound. They're going to come through the bottom, it looks like. There's just so much to fight against with Mega Creeps. And too much single target damage. Other than the Medusa, they don't have a whole lot of good split push. Especially against the terrifying thing that is Megas now. I mean, they're cool models, they're just devastating, and with all of the push that Planet Hype has, it's gonna be kind of ugly. Alright, Pandora's up to 10 Bloodstone charges, so he's regenerating mana fairly quickly, but... Oof. Let's see if... You know what? All this farm would be good for Dusa. She's going Rapier. This is the only option they have. It has the Demon Edge, and we'll see if she has enough time before Planet Hype starts to jump in here. The only problem I'm really seeing is... For Shadowforge is they can't get out of their base. Even with all the split push and everything they have, they're just always up against it. And how little Mega Creeps are worth. Alright, they drop a sentry. So that way they can see anybody coming in. The side of Planet Hype, they're like, fine, you want to farm? We'll farm. They picked up a Lotus Orb on this Iron Dying. Shadow Fiend's finished up his Butterfly, and Clinks is running around with, jeez, just everything. BKB, Desolator, Orchid Malevolence, Hand of Midas, Blink, and Treads. So Jack Swift making his damnedest. Lobby's bringing him creeps. He's like, look over here, save me. Okay, pinging out on the courier. Let's see. Here's this awesome Faceless Rex courier. Congratulations, whoever has that. Coddles. Freaking Scythe, man. Alright. So, I don't think they have anything to deal with it. Dodge tanking 13-14 on the Shadow Fiend. So, yeah, they're literally only, even if with the Rapier, they might just be feeding a Rapier away because they need an MKB to really deal with him. They have nothing to give True Strike. There's the Mask of Madness. Jack Swift trying to do his best. No snake. Still no snake. He's only got 5 levels with which to level it. Alright, he steps a little farther out of the base than he has been. Just does so little damage. Clinks, he's ready to rock. He's got the blink, decides not to go in, because they know one pick off right now could make a huge difference in the upcoming battle. Both sides content to farm. Okay, we've got multiple couriers. One with smoke. One just chilling with a TP scroll. This Dead Mouse drops the beats. So everybody gets ready for smoke. Smart play. Clinks is like, I don't need a smoke. I'm freaking invis all the time. They're pinging him out. They're like, come on, man. Just smoke with us. Alright. So Clinks is off on his own as the smoke comes out. But the sentry wards, are they going to be enough to keep this dire side alive? Oh no, Quantum. This is the one they want too. He BKB's up, but it's not going to be enough. The Bash Lord is there. The Weave is out. There's not going to be enough to pick him. There's the Echo Slam. It's huge. It's on everybody. Oh my god, and PH is going to die. It's a 3-for-1 trade. It's a 4-for-1 trade. Only 2 with buyback on the side of the Radiant as PH dives back in. Oh, okay. He tries to pick off the Dusa and has to back off himself. Holy hell. That Echo Slam. That Echo Slam. Now, what? Can they capitalize off of this? They need to get something done. Only one has buyback, excuse me, as they've decided to buy some more items instead. So, but there's nothing you can really do with 30 seconds. Gem of True Sight has been dropped on the deck. They'll pick it up, but it's not going to be worth a lot. See, they can't even push out the waves because they needed the Death March mid there. That was their last chance. It was amazingly good. Ooh. So, Planet Hype. Holy crap. They're so close. The courier scouting it out. There's a Clinks illusion scouting out Jack Swift, who's pick up the Rapier. Oh god, it's happening. Is this... Can we actually come back? Is this going to be a game 3? I'm excited to find out. But, that's... Remember, that whole fight was without the Clinks, their huge, crazy Desolator damage dealer. Clinks roaming around on his own. He's not too excited for this. He's like, okay, screw it, I'll just keep farming. Alright, poured in mid lane by the Coddle. He's ready to roll again.
Finders, keepers.
Alright, oh, there we go. Coddle. He's got his life form. He's rocking around. Whew. Let's see, who else? Anybody pick up anything else from that fight? Okay, Vladimir's offering to help deal with the tanking up of the creep wave. Jack Swift's Rapier is the big pickup here. I am... nervous and excited to see what happens with that. Okay, they scouted her out. Okay, so the Lincoln Sphere is being put... All of their priority is on this Dusa. I mean, everything. They have to keep her safe. They have to keep her alive. Lincoln Sphere has been picked up by Storm Spirit, who has a Bloodstone and an Orchid Malevolence. He's picked up the gem as well to keep himself safe. Look, even with the Rapier, it takes so much just to defend against Megas. 3, 4... Alright, so. Oof. Zipping back to bases. Planet Hype, they're like, crap, we thought we had that. Now we gotta think what else could we do to build up that this fight. So it's that Echo Slam was what really killed them. So I think maybe actually, you know, they have enough fight to go in one by one almost. Or at least they did before the Rapier. I don't know about now. This is beyond. Oh, look at it! The snake! It's finally been leveled! Alright, so Jack Swift probably just going to be trying to build up some buyback now, as everybody's going to need it here soon. So let's check our buyback statuses. It feels like Shadowforge. You know, I thought this game was done, but look at this. It's coming back in their favor. Only a little over 5,000 now, as far as experience goes. Look at how hard it is for Quantum. He's doing all he can to freaking kill these creeps, and it's taken so much. They keep him the Lincoln Sphere completely and entirely on Jack Swift to keep him safe, to keep him rocking. Wow, look at Quantum and Lobby. Lobby has to come in and help because he's got the Vlads, so Quantum can heal himself back up from these pesky, pesky mega creeps.
Just got stomped.
There's what they were waiting for. There's Roshan. He's just going on 13-14, so he is almost a guaranteed ult. Even if you kill him, he can kill you. Shadowblade come back and then just ulti right where he's at. But he's got to worry about the gem that just got fed out, so we'll see exactly what happens now. Whew, we pass. We're getting into some serious Dota time. Almost a minute 50. Okay, here comes the creep clear. They decide they're going to go mid lane. These tier 4 is taking about half damage. There's the Mana Leak. It's on to Dusa. She can't move. That Mana Leak is seriously annoying if you're a Dusa because he gets the blast to blind and take away some mana. So Jack Swift, no option. Can't go back to base. Has to just get rid of all of these. Oh! Lincoln Sphere broke. They popped it, but that was probably the Mana Leak. Oh, no, it wasn't the Mana Leak, so now she gets Mana Leak. She gets Force Staff. They're just doing everything they can to take down the tankability of Jack Swift, who needs to get out of here now. He's been stunned by the Mana Leak. This is a DD coming in. They're charging in. They know that this is their only chance. They see the Rapier. Oh, no. Okay, Lotus Orb. Oh, no. Viper strikes back onto himself. Has to blow his BKB. Yugos going down by the Storm Spirit. He's zipping around. He's trying to pick off the backlanders. Quantum standing in the middle of everything. He's just going to be right-click down as he has the buyback, and he's coming back along with Dazzle. Spirit Breaker is back. He's going to be charging in here any second. The Shadow Fiend's just standing in the middle of everything, right-clicking everything to death. Pandora is getting shallow graved, but that's going to cost Lobby his life. Quantum, he's back in the fight. He's trying to fight after everything. Dusa dies again. She buys back. Sorry, for the first time. She buys back, but the throne is exposed. They're going for it. This is the last hurrah, the last kill. GG called for real this time, and it's a rampage for 13-14. Holy crap. What a game of Dota. So, man, the hold, but it couldn't hold out forever. Good game. Well played by everybody all around. Holy crap. Some salt coming out from Dragnaraki as he's extra salty. But, you know, sometimes you get salt, sometimes you don't. So, good game, well played by all, and we hope to see you next time for the Game is Hard series, Dota 2 coming at you. So, I'm gonna take a breath. I'm gonna go drink some water. My throat is dead. So, I'm